Hey, good morning from the office. I'm your host, BKP. We are North Georgia's only live online morning show. It's Thursday, September 24th, 2020. We've got a lot to go over today. So as Emily is putting up, I sent her 101 pictures. I tell you what, I don't know if she could get her hands on me probably, but we're going to get through all of them because we're not going to take a lot of time going too deep into subjects. We're going to give you several things this morning in the next 2 hours. Again, I'm your host, BKP. Welcome this morning, Thursday. Starting to get a little cool here in late September here in the mountains. We will be doing I think it'll be our last, I think so, because I've been looking at some far dated weather forecast that say it's going to be a little chilly the first couple of weeks of October. Although it's very nice and it looks nice, the panel and some of the guests, not too much for sitting outside when it's like 48 or 52 in the cold. So tomorrow may be our last Sycamore crossing for the year in the season over there in downtown Blue Ridge. We may be moving back the 1st of October to Circuit World in Blue Ridge. So anyhow, tomorrow morning's show. I get a message. Thank you for the message. I just want to let you know I don't have time to answer it right now. Okay, I always feel bad when a message pops up, wants me to answer a question. So that being said, Kentucky. First of all, I have to welcome all of my new skin folk. Skin folk. That's right. Okay. Lady on MSNBC, do you have that video? Let's go ahead and get that out of the way so people will understand what I'm talking about. And this is concerning the outcome of the grand jury. Now, wait a minute, we'll wait there for just a minute. A black Attorney General in Kentucky, what's Daniel's last name? Anyhow, yesterday he came out, he gave a press conference. Breonna, Taylor, no officers charged with the fatal death of this lady. There's a grand jury. Now, here's the thing I want to get clear. Everybody talking about this on TV understands an assembled grand jury. They may have been on a grand jury, or they understand what an assembled grand jury is. Okay. So everybody talking knows how that a grand jury can ask questions. Yep. And a grand jury can ask to bring people in to interview. Oh yeah. They can ask to bring people in. They can ask questions on and on, all right, in making their decision. Now, a grand jury is comprised of your local, residents, your peers, okay? Now, they're trying to find out who was on the grand jury and their racial makeup. They're trying to find that out now, okay? The racial makeup of the grand jury. But the grand jury said, we don't have enough. We can only return this indictment here. We don't have enough to go further on any other charges, okay? And it was the Kentucky. I've got him here somewhere. We'll find him in a little bit. Was the Kentucky Attorney General, Daniel, what the hell's Daniel's last name? But here, give me number, let's see, is this him? Give me number, 48. So Daniel Cameron, Kentucky Attorney General, comes out yesterday, gives a press conference, okay? He is black. So on MSNBC, they're trying to discuss this intelligibly. Is that what it be? They're trying to be intelligent. I don't know what it is. Play the video MSNBC where she says skin folk. Do you have that one? And then you can get rid of that one for the day. if you have that.
Cheryl, one of the comments that stuck out to me from the Attorney General, he said, sometimes the criminal law is not adequate to respond to a tragedy. That is quite a remarkable statement, a striking statement.
Well, listen, not only is he being intellectually dishonest about that, you know, I find all of his remarks with regards to this whole entire press conference offensive. And let me just speak to this whole celebrity influencer thing. While they can't speak for Kentuckians, let me say this as a black woman. He does not speak for black folks. He's skin folk, but he is not kinfolk. And so just like he thinks they can't speak for Kentucky because he's up there with a black face, he does not speak for all of us. This was not a tragedy. This was a murder. He should be ashamed of himself.
Kimberly, let me get your final thoughts.
He is skin folk. He is not kinfolk. Just because he's up there with a black face. Whoa. And the inciting a riot. So for my Democratic friends that are very upset, you're already sending me messages concerning my Facebook post this morning. Okay. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris incite riots. They're all set up. Everybody's set up. Right down to the U-Haul trucks they rent. The people are in place. They're there. They're set up. We're going to show you some video that nobody's showing you. But let's go with this. Now, I'm going to get into the heart and soul. It might be 9 o'clock, but I'm going to do the segment. A friend of mine, and I hope when she hears the segment, she will remain my friend. But a friend of mine for years, someone I consider a mentor in many ways, Martha Zoller and Eric Erickson, Brian Kemp, Kelly Loeffler, and many more, Tim Fleming, all the list, many more. There's a rip in the curtain, and it's torn down the middle in the Georgia. If you're out there in America, I hate to air our dirty laundry, but the Georgia GOP is, there's a serious problem. I'm very concerned of the outcome, meaning not just 2020. I'm not worried if Donald Trump will win, okay? I'm not worried if Donald Trump will win. I think the average voter is not really aware of what's going on in the Georgia Republican Party. So Donald Trump will win Georgia. I'm concerned on what happens in 2022. I'm concerned if Georgia will end up with a Democrat senator. Now, it's a long shot, but possible because the road is being paved, and it's not with good intentions, all right? With a major amount of money trying to tear down one candidate while it's splitting the party in the state of Georgia. Not only am I concerned, could Donald Trump win Georgia? Let me give you this scenario. We'll do it at 9 o'clock, and I'm being serious, okay? And there's a reason why I'm bringing up Martha and bringing up Eric Erickson this morning, okay? It comes to my attention because I will not listen to Eric Erickson. I listen to Martha, okay? I call her. I text her, okay? I've offered her on the show here recently to discuss things. She says she doesn't see a story in this. I disagree. But I understand Erickson on a daily basis is not, maybe not a daily basis, but a lot. He is claiming the Republican Party in Georgia is being torn by Collins being in the race, Doug Collins. And I don't see it that way. And I'm going to tell you, could 2022 produce a Democrat governor? And could, wow, just have to think about this. Could the Loeffler Collins Senate race move in Raphael Warnock? Just think, cringe. All right, we'll do that at 9 o'clock. So don't come back at 9, damn it. Stay right here till 9. Now, first, I want to go into this. Their heads are spinning off, okay? You and I know that the coup it's not complete, okay? Now, Rick, you and I know the coup is not complete, okay? You cannot get Trump with anything from impeachment. The real Russian collusion, okay? It's funny as hell. We'll do this one in just a minute, but I want to, and we're gonna get into Louisville. We are going to mention there's 2 officers down Give me number 12 for just a second here. Number 12. Biden's firm. Now listen to this, folks. Biden's firm received, this is Hunter. Where is Hunter? Biden's firm received a $35 million. And these are not, Zoot bucks or whatever, okay? This is not monopoly money. 35 million wire transfer from Ellen Baturina, okay? The richest woman in Russia with a fortune of 1.2 billion. I think Democrats are a little off on their Russian collusion. I think they're a little off. Because if they'd have found the transfer of 35 million from Russia, whew, well, that's why we need the tax returns. 35, and Hunter can't pay child support. We'll get into that a little later, a little more on that, okay? But yesterday, and let me show you this. Let's go here. Number 10, here's the shooter, okay? Alleged. Here's the alleged shooter in Louisville, Kentucky that shot 2 cops, number 10. All right. I did not see his picture. Allegedly, he's the shooter. I did not see his picture. Let's just go to number 11. I think it says that to where it won't be me making the statement. Suspect in custody for shooting at least 2 Louisville police officers. Right there he is. I did not see that picture on CNN or MSNBC this morning. No, we're going to go through this spinning of the head moment for Democrats today. The spinning, before I go any further, all right, I'm going somewhere tonight. I'm like busting right now to tell you where I'm going, and I can't. I cannot do it in fear of my safety. Concerns. I have safety concerns. But I'm going. I'm going in. And I'm going tonight. And I will report on it tomorrow morning. I may report on it tonight. Do a Facebook Live real quick. But I can't tell you. But it's happening. All right. So anyhow, I don't see this. So now, Emily, this will probably take us to break. And then once we have break, we might have to push the second part of this together. I'll just let you know we're not going to get this. We're going to take a break around 8:22, but we want to set this story up so we can get moving. And once I tell you, you can get rid of these pictures. Now, you could get rid of this video, all right? You can get rid of these videos immediately when we're done with them. So let's go to the first one. Now, this has their head. And let me look here because we're going to start right here. Give me number 82. It's 5 a.m. Central Time, folks. It's MSNBC. This is the opening. Not the 2 police officers shot. Not even Breonna Taylor. Nope. Nothing but the peaceful transfer of power. Okay. And they are trying to run a fear. They're in fear. They know we found out. They know we know the truth. They know when we see the Pony Express being accepted as a form of carrying the mail in Michigan, 2 weeks. Let me tell you something, okay? If we have anything in the United States of America that takes a letter, an envelope, not a package, an envelope, more than 3 days to arrive somewhere within the state, you got to understand, well, you may be getting an absentee ballot from Washington, D.C. I'm wrong on that. So within the state, I could be wrong. But the majority of these will be cast within the state. The others will come out of state where it'll be much harder to validate. But the point is, if we need 8, I want you to stop and think of it. I mean, I wish right now, here's my wish to my Democratic friends that view this show. If there's anything you could agree with me on now, can you explain to me, send me the text message, put it on my Facebook page. Could you explain why you think it should take up to 2 weeks after Election Day? 9 days, 6 days. Why? Why should there not be one number for the entire United States of America? Why should Michigan get to vote longer? And that's really what it is. You're going to argue and say, no, November 3rd is it. No, it's not. Why should Michigan get to vote, have more days to vote than Pennsylvania? Why should Pennsylvania have more days to vote than Kentucky? Why? And we know they're in total fear because they know what their plan, we know what their plan is. So at 5 a.m. this morning, they are losing it. All the networks are losing it. And their narrative of the morning, they've all got together, is peaceful transfer of power. So go to the C-SPAN video, and then you can get rid of that one. But go to the C-SPAN video, and let's start with that one this morning.
We are going to go sometime tomorrow morning, as I understand it, to pay our respects, and we'll be over there. And I guess they probably put that announcement out, but that'll be done tomorrow morning. The Vice President was there today. And so if you have any questions, we'll take a few questions. Yeah.
Right here? Mr. President, real quickly, win, lose, or draw in this election, will you commit here today for a peaceful transferal of power after the election? There has been rioting in Louisville. There's been rioting in many cities across this country, red and your so-called red and blue states. Will you commit to making sure that there is a peaceful transferal of power after the election?
Well, we're going to have to see what happens. You know that I've been complaining very strongly about the ballots, and the ballots are a disaster.
I understand that, but people are rioting. Do you commit to making sure that there's a peaceful transferal of power?
We want to get rid of the ballots, and you'll have a we'll have a very peaceful. There won't be a transfer, frankly. There'll be a continuation. The ballots are out of control. You know it. And you know who knows it better than anybody else? The Democrats know it better than anybody else. Go ahead.
Mr. President, the second question is, will you...
Please, go ahead.
Why won't you...
Won't be a transfer. They're going nuts. Won't be a transfer. He said there won't be a transfer. No, there won't be a transfer. He will win. Won't be a transfer. If the ballots, if it's done correctly in this country, there won't be a transfer. Trump is going to win this election, okay? Ballots are a disaster. Win, lose, or draw. Win, lose, or draw. It's like they got the game out. Now, I want to go with this, and we're going to run through these pictures really quick. And here's what I'm going to show you, okay? The time spent. And it's not just this network. I know you think I pick MSNBC, CBS, ABC, all of them, okay? They're bringing in what the Supreme Court, constitutional lawyers, they're reading the Constitution. What if Trump decides to do this? And I'll show you in a minute. So let's go from 82. 83, here's the guy that asked the questions, okay? Ready? Just had to put up here what you find in your punch bowl at the party, number 84 this morning, trying to promote his book. Here he is, full punch bowl exhibit number 85. They brought him in. It's 5:03 this morning, okay? Now, here is the only mention, and this is like 3 seconds. So they can move on. 886, 504, officer shot in Louisville, unrest. In the unrest, okay? That's it, 504. That's all that was said. Because look here. Let's go to, now this is Eastern time. Let's go to number 87, okay? Trump refuses to commit to peaceful transfer of power at 6:14 in the morning. We've already got 14 minutes into this. Number 88, this one's 609, going a little backward. I always like to show you the cast of characters they bring in. Trump refuses to commit to peaceful transfer of power. Okay. Here is 6 minutes after, 89. Here's 89. Minka's mad as hell. She's mad as a hornet. Trump refuses to commit to peaceful transfer of power. Here's number 90. They just won't shut up about it. Here is number 91. Trump hopes Supreme Court nominee will help him remain in office. So it's 6:16 in the morning. They've already put 16 minutes into this. And we know that Trump is going to have, right? He is going to have a Rose Garden announcement 5 o'clock Saturday. So let's hold on to 91. Let's take a brief break. Let's come back, deal with the Supreme Court and this whole subject. Then we will go to Kentucky, and then we will talk at 9 o'clock. Hopefully at the top of the hour, we'll do our GOP Georgia, the fight for the heart and soul. Take us a break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
At Ingalls, we know that school is a little different this year, with virtual learning and working from home. But we have continued to donate to our Tools for Schools program, just like always. And all our participating schools will have those funds waiting for them when the bell rings this fall.
Okay, who can tell me the difference between molarity and molality?
In the meantime, Ingalls has everything you need to make this school year a little easier. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is more than just your average Ace. We have a huge selection of Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next trip. We have a huge selection of lumber for your next building project. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs. Plus, we have everything you'd expect, like paint, tools, and equipment.
Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now, as we continue, the media has lost it this morning over transfer of power. The president's peaceful transfer of power and his refusal to say they want it on tape that if the president loses, okay, he will just walk away, accept the numbers, period. Just walk away. And the president of the United States is not saying, he's not saying that he won't leave the White House if there's a legitimate loss. Because you and I, the American people, deserve to know if the outcome of the election is legitimate. And you and I know what they're trying to do in stealing the election. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to show you the derangement today. Now, so we've talked about the setup. Now, they do this on purpose. These are set up. Now, Joe Biden cannot answer a single question. He cannot. He is, if you are voting for Joe Biden just because he's not Donald Trump, do you hate America that bad? If you have a choice to vote for Donald Trump and then regroup in 4 years, okay? Are you believing the media when they say re-electing Donald Trump is the end of our democracy? Our country as we know it is gone. It's over. I mean, there's no way we'll be able to burn it down, tear it up, and start over with Donald Trump. So if you hate this country that bad that you will vote for Joe Biden knowing he has dementia, can't walk off a plane, they're a nervous wreck. Their nerves are shot. They sigh with relief. When Joe walks off that plane, he has staff. When he gets to the ground and he's steady, they have staff that go, whew. Then when he stumbles over to the mic and gets in front of it, there's another like, whew. He can't have a one-on-one interview without a teleprompter. Can't do it. So the hate for this country versus, Donald Trump just will not accept, and it's not him, for the people, the election to be stolen through a mailbox by harvesting ballots. So let's go to the Supreme Court yesterday. Let's go. I just sent you a video. So when you get this video up and play it, you can get rid of it. You can get rid of the pictures I did earlier also. Showed you the timeline, the ones I did, okay? That I have played, did or whatever the hell. Okay, so let's go with the next video concerning the Supreme Court that's rolling their head on.
We have after the election too, but in terms of time, we go to January 20th. But I think it's better if you go before the election, because I think this scam that the Democrats are pulling, it's a scam. This scam will be before the United States Supreme Court. And I think having a 4-4 situation is not a good situation. If you get that, I don't know that you'd get that. I think it should be 8-0 or 9-0. But just in case it would be more political than it should be, I think it's very important to have a ninth justice.
4-4. Where'd you hear that earlier in the week? I don't know. Did we say it Monday? Whenever we said it, right? Monday. When did I say that? Tuesday morning. We found out Ginsburg was on ice. This should be a malt liquor. I got to give it to them. They should mark Ginsburg on ice, malt liquor. Anyhow, so when did I say that to you? 4-4 court. Remember? I posted this on the internet that night. I said, do we now have a 5-3 or a 4-4 court? Remember that? I said that. And I said, we need somebody ASAP before the election so we could at least have a 5-4 court. I don't trust John Roberts. Well, what did the president of the United States just say? A 4-4 court. Now, write this down. Okay. Okay, you ready? Someone, I think October 12th, they're going to start the show. The show will be on October 12th, and all of America will be waiting to see if Dianne Feinstein looks at if the nominee is Amy Coney Barrett and say, are you not just a little too Catholic? Right? We're waiting for that. But anyhow, write this down. Your Honor, do you think, considering 200,000 now by October 12th, do you think since before your confirmation, millions of ballots have been cast, that if voted on, you should recuse yourself from anything that has to do with this presidential election? Get ready. Write that down. They will try to pin her down on should she recuse herself. Watch if recuse yourself. You're out there saying that doesn't make sense. Folks, we're talking about the Democrats. What do you mean it doesn't make sense? Yes, they will try. Yesterday, they're trying everything they can to get Donald Trump to say he will just get out of the White House. He will rent the U-Haul. You know, the same U-Haul that carried the signs for Black Lives Matter in Louisville that was already ready. But he says, I will not leave until what? Recuse yourself. So the Supreme Court conversation came up. So I tell you, I think where we leave it. And I think this was 91. I don't know if you got rid of 91. If you didn't, put up 91. Trump hopes Supreme Court nominee will help him remain in office. Okay. Now look, it's 6:16 in the morning. These people are nonstop. All right. And here you have number 92, Barton Gilman, The Atlantic. Let's see, what did The Atlantic recently write? Wasn't that John Heidelman, or who was it that wrote, or Goldberg? Goldberg wrote that trashy story in The Atlantic. Is The Atlantic not owned, when you do your research today, because when you leave here you have to, is that not owned by somebody that gives big money to Biden? Isn't it the owner of Atlantic? Is not the owner of Atlantic a big time liberal? Just look it up. See what you find out there. So here we go, 93, The Atlantic. So they go to the liberal well, the election that could break America. Trump may test this, according to sources in the Republican Party at the state and national levels. The Trump campaign is discussing contingency plans to bypass election results and appoint loyal electors in battleground states where Republicans hold legislative majority. Now, Trump won't leave, is what they're saying. And what they're saying is Trump will argue the ballots are not valid, okay? You cannot validate this election. So let's just say Florida, or let's just say Florida, okay? Now, I don't know if Florida has a Republican House and a Republican Senate. I don't know. I'm just using it for an example. We've been talking about this for weeks. So what they're saying is Trump wins in a landslide on election night. But then as the days go on and the Pony Express shows up with the mail, when the stagecoach comes in with the mail 6 and 7 days later, every day Biden will be closer to the winner. So when Biden finally goes across the threshold, they're saying that Trump will come out election night and declare himself the winner. Himself. All right? And as the ballots come in through Pony Express, and Biden is seen as the winner in some of these states, that he will demand that the state take your votes away. You're voting for electors, okay? And let's not get it confused. I don't want you to think your vote doesn't count. You're voting for electors. Your vote counts in your district for your elector. You have one in every district of the United States of America. All right. Now, moving on. That's why Georgia has 16 electoral votes. Moving on, okay? They claim what will happen is that if Florida turns out that the mail-in ballots skew the election, Trump will demand that the Florida State House and Senate come together and demand the electorates be cast, the electors, whatever, be cast for Donald Trump. No matter how that sounds, that's just facts. All right? That's what their narrative they're pushing today. They are losing it, okay? Give me number 95. Trump refuses to commit to peaceful transition of power after Election Day. That is at 23 minutes after the hour. And at 21 minutes after the hour, here's another guy from the Atlantic, number 96. All right. Let me say something here. And I'm going to say it again when I get to CNN. Look in the corner, total deaths, okay, 203,000. First of all, they're not accurate. There is a big difference in the death count from COVID-19 with underlying conditions and the death count from COVID-19, period. Major. I don't think the death count from COVID-19, okay, itself is in the double digits of percentage in this country. All right. Second, they want to tell you how many people in this country die of COVID a day. We'll talk about this a little later. What if the tote board over there, what if you were to see, now think about why they're doing this subliminal message to America, trying to influence an election like a Russian. What if that had a daily count of abortions? What if the abortion number was there one day like 203,023, and as the programming was going on, it turned as a live move, like 23, 26, 28, and you were able to see how many abortions took place in this country daily on a live tote board like they try to sell you the coronavirus. Okay, so those can all go. We're going to start back here, and we're going to get to, we are going to give you a little bit because I know you want to see that. CNN in on the game, number 19. Trump refuses to commit to peaceful transition of power, number 19. Okay. They asked Joe Biden, number 20, what country are we in? Is this America? You can't do that. Why he can't do that? What country are we in? Biden has no plan. Yesterday he attacked Bernie. Hey, I beat the socialist. I beat him. Did you not see that? Bam, bam. Took him out back of the gym. Beat that man's ass. I beat the socialist. Do I look like a socialist to you, Jack? I'm not a lefty. Did AOC send out a message today to all the lefties like, chill, chill, chill? It's part of the plan. Here's the next one. I really like this. Here you go. Number 21. All right. And I put this up for a reason. Okay. When Trump tells people in the press room, okay, that he can't hear them if they don't take the mask down. All right. Everybody goes nuts. This is Biden putting his mask back up after he removed it to talk. All right. Got to have a military picture. We went to the military, number 23. They say they will not participate in Trump's refusal to commit to peaceful transition of power. Wow. So let me see what else I have on the peaceful transition of power. Here we go, number 31. Somebody needs to tell this woman it's over. Deborah Dingell, is that her name? Dingell. Her old man died like at 98. I think I'm just making up numbers, folks, so you can clip this out. Somebody's going to clip out BKP. I'm just making up numbers. So, look, he just makes stuff up. Well, I think Old Man Dingle was like 78 and she was 26. I'm 32. All right, 78 and she was 30. Whatever, okay? Somebody needs to tell her it's over, baby. It's over. House Democrats unveil changes to prevent future presidential abuses. Future presidential abuses. Here she is again, number 32, with my favorite morning newscaster, Casey Hunt. I say that facetiously. I don't hate Casey. She's a good guy. Looks like a linebacker to me. House Democrats unveil changes to prevent. Let me see what else I have on this. And then we'll go into why Biden and Harris incited a riot this morning. Okay. Here's CNN again, 49. Trump refuses to commit to peaceful transfer of power. 50, CNN going nuts. Absolutely, these people are gone nuts this morning. 55, Republicans inquiry finds no evidence of wrongdoing by Biden. Yes, they have already exonerated him fully, okay, fully exonerated Biden. And here is 60, Chief Justice John Roberts, U.S. Supreme Court. He is the guy we cannot trust. Then obviously we knew there would be a poll. Who should name the next number 61 Supreme Court Justice? The president elected in November, number 59. Headed for that recusal. Okay, number 59. 62. This is driving them crazy, number 67. And number 69 at 5 a.m. Eastern time. The very first picture on MSNBC from Casey Hunt. Peaceful transfer of power. Peaceful transfer of power. Okay? Right there. Number 70, peaceful transfer of power. Here is number 72, Casey Hunt. Just showing you MSNBC, NBC News, number 73. Trump on peaceful transfer. If loses, get rid of the ballots and there won't be a transfer. Get rid of the phony mail-in ballots. Get rid of the corruption. There won't be a transfer. I will win. That's what that means. Oh my God, there won't be a transfer. Mitt Romney chimed in, number 76. Unthinkable and unacceptable that president refuses to commit to peaceful transfer of power. All right. And then if nothing else fails, show that Biden has beaten Trump's ass. Quinnipiac University poll, number 77. Polling every day. If nothing else works, let's throw some polling in, 52-42. And the reason they threw polling in today, okay, New York Times, number 78, New York Times. And the reason number 70, now 78, yeah, 79, yeah. General matchup there, Marquis. And there's number 80. And the reason they're showing that polling number is because they had some disastrous polling numbers come out in battleground states from ABC yesterday. So peaceful transfer of power. Their heads are spinning off. They're going to do anything they can. Get ready for October 12th. There's a lot of time between now and then. You tell me, should Mitch McConnell decide to just go to the floor with a vote? I think he's not going to do that. He's going to have hearings. I hope it's only about 3 days, if that much, 2 days and done. Go to the floor for a vote. But maybe the 3 days, I said it earlier, maybe this will be good for them to get some material to play on TV. I want to do the Hunter Biden. I do not want to go without Hunter Biden this morning. All right. And I want to go with Hunter Biden, and I want to give you some stuff to look at. You're reading it, but I want to get right into what the media will not show you. We have a lot of videos that the media will not show you this morning, and why I think they're lying when President Trump will win the day in suburbs. I really think he will win the day in suburbs, and they know it, okay? Because the suburbs is who likes to go downtown and sit outside on a warm night and have dinner with their wife, their friends, a quiet dinner, okay? Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, I get it. Instead of tweeting out Breonna Taylor and code words for inciting a riot, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris should say, look, folks, please, small business is struggling. If you create fears of going into downtown, there's a lot of restaurants in downtown cities that I myself, you like to go to, sit outside and have a meal in a beautiful, summer night or early fall, right? Evening. Please don't do that. You're hurting small business owners. Don't burn them out. Please don't create any more fear of going downtown. If Biden come out and said, when elected, I promise you that I will look into everything that concerns you. Okay. But please do not do this to our downtown merchants and small business in America. They're hurting already. Please remember, they're not the ones that shot Breonna Taylor. No. Did they come out and say that? Absolutely not. So before we get there, let me give you a couple here. So Hunter Biden yesterday, number 13, and they've already exonerated him, okay? They've exonerated him, and there's some good stories out, but you won't find them unless you go across the pond for a lot of it. I showed you this earlier, number 12. Oh, this is number 12, Hunter Biden. I wonder if he has money now to pay his child support. You think so? Number 12, Biden's firm, $35 million in a wire transfer from Russia. Where is the Russia collusion outrage this morning from the Democrat parties? If this was Don Jr., if this was Eric Trump, now the Democrats, it's laughable what they try to do in defense by throwing the Trump children. The Biden children were never taught to hold a job. Exactly. It doesn't matter how mad you get at me. They were never taught to hold a job. They were taught that their career would somehow move forward based on the government. The Trumps were never taught that way. Okay. I mean, from 12 years old, they were in the office in the boardroom being taught on Saturday, trained how to manage a construction project. Okay. So the Trump children make a lot of money. They don't make a lot of money based on their affiliation or the boards they serve on. They make a lot of money on their business dealings. And you may not like several of their business dealings, but they are business dealings that they make money on. These kids have worked. They were taught to work and grow the Trump name and the Trump business. The Bidens, he has been there 47 years. The Biden children, okay, have been taught that their next career move, their next advancement is through the government somehow. And using, okay, now let me tell you something. Ivanka Trump, let me make this clear. Ivanka Trump, Eric Trump, and Donald Trump Jr., they were billionaire children before 2016. Yes, they were. They were the sons and daughters, Tiffany, of a billionaire in 2016. They happen to still be the sons and daughters of a billionaire in 2020. Biden's kids, Hunter was discharged from the military. Had a cocaine head, right? Had a little problem with the old Tudorutsky, right? Maybe he did, but he was discharged. Then his dad is He has used his position at this point to enrich himself. Number 14. Hunter Biden sent thousands of dollars to women with ties to Eastern European prostitution and sex trafficking rings. I don't know. I was waiting for a Democrat to get outraged. Okay. While his father was overseeing U.S. policy in Ukraine in 2014, claims new GOP report. Alleged Hunter Biden sent funds to people linked to prostitution and sex trafficking. The funds were moved in 2014 wire transfer, citing a consulting agency. These brought up alarms. They went to the vice president and said, we think Hunter's doing something. The alarms were sounded. She's also the richest woman in Russia, thanks to a lucrative state contract. The Russian connection, collusion, the China. Just don't touch the Chinese. I got that. Rosemont Capital. These people, hundreds of millions of dollars. Corruption. Nothing. Not a sound. Here they are, number 15. Here is the two there, the former mayor of Moscow and his wife that wired the money. Okay. And what do they say about it in the media? How much time did it get? I will show you this morning what it got. It got absolutely nothing with Morning Joe. Here it is. Hold on. I got here in just a second. Hang tight. I've got it right here. Right here at the tip of my 55. Republican inquiry finds no evidence of wrongdoing by Biden. Okay. They exonerate him. Number 56. No proof of wrongdoing. There's no proof of Hunter Biden being smart enough to hold a job. You got that? There's no proof that Hunter Biden is intelligent enough to be on any board. He can't pay his child support. Number 57. Wasted months diverting the Senate's Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee away from any oversight of the catastrophe botched federal response to the pandemic. Oh, so that's what, okay, to subsidize a foreign attack against the sovereignty of our elections. Really, Joe? You guys will say anything. The impeachment cost nothing. Nope, cost nothing. So let's take our break. We're going to come back at 9. Joe Biden's son. I want to get into Louisville right at 9 o'clock. We will not leave without a part of our segment on the heart and soul of the GOP in Georgia. What's happening with that? We will not leave today without that segment. Take us to break.
Circuit World has complete queen bedroom packages at amazing prices. Get this queen bed, dresser and mirror, one nightstand, bedding set, and free 32-inch TV, all for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this complete queen bedroom set and sleep in style, also for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. What an incredible deal! Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
If you want big Chevy discounts, Days Chevrolet in Jasper gets it done with savings of $8,000 on new Chevy Equinox or up to $10,000 savings off new Silverado crew cabs. We're big on discounts and even bigger on customer service. See Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less. Days Chevrolet, Days gets it done. Find new roads.
Sometimes it's the little victories that mean the most. Those everyday celebrations that bring a smile to our faces and joy to our hearts. At Ingalls, we know there's no one you'd rather share those miniature memorable moments with than family. Ingalls, all the ingredients for family.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
At Ingalls, we know that school is a little different this year, with virtual learning and working from home. But we have continued to donate to our Tools for Schools program, just like always. And all our participating schools will have those funds waiting for them when the bell rings this fall.
Okay, who can tell me the difference between molarity and molality?
In the meantime, Ingalls has everything you need to make this school year a little easier. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is more than just your average Ace. We have a huge selection of Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next trip. We have a huge selection of lumber for your next building project. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs. Plus, we have everything you'd expect like paint, tools, and equipment.
Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
All right, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. I want to run through some things quickly. We have about 55 minutes left in the show. Got to at least get one more break in. But don't forget, this is a big one yesterday. This does not make the media. Sorry, I did not get this at the beginning of the show. It's that important. Trump announces Born Alive executive order for abortion survivors. This was on September 23rd, 2020. President Donald Trump on Wednesday announced an executive order that would require medical care to be given to infants who are born alive after failed abortion attempts. Today, I'm announcing that I will be signing the Born Alive executive order to ensure that all precious babies born alive, no matter their circumstances, receive the medical care they deserve. This is our sacred moral duty, said Trump, speaking in a pre-recorded video addressing Breakfast National Catholics Prayer Breakfast event. So a virtual event, the Born Alive Infant Abortion Survivor Act. Okay, so that's a big one I didn't want to miss. Now, Biden and Harris incited a violence yesterday, okay? So first of all, let's go through. Now, Emily, we're going to get ready to go through some pictures. Do you know who this lady is? Give me number 5. You know who she is? All right. There you go. Thanks, Emily. You know her? Number 4. The head of U-Haul truck, they're handing out signs, shield, axes, hammers. Renter of the Louisville protest, U-Haul's handing out shields, axes, hammers, works for a project called The Bail Project. The first page of Google search results for Soros Bail Project. Okay? The Bail Project. All right? So that's that one. Let's see if I can get to another one here. Number 3, Bail Project Detroit. Deborah Labella, Senior Soros Justice Fellow, Law Office of Deborah A.N., The Bail Project. The Bail Project, Inc. Number 2, Dolores Canales is the Community Outreach Director for the Bail Project. Previously a Soros Justice Fellow, co-founder California Families Against Solitary Confinement. There you go. Let's see. See what the next one is I want. Here is where they rented a U-Haul. Here is the reservation, number 6. It's where she made Holly, what's her last name there? Zeller, is that her last name? It's her reservation number 6 for the U-Haul. Number 7, there was actually notes on the reservation. Number 7, you can see the top, hundreds of Twitter posts about the customer and rental contract using this rental under blah, blah, blah being used to protest illegally added customer on cautionary alert and customer management tool. Caller is stating that he saw whoever driving this equipment are rioting and causing property damage. Okay. So there is notes on the rental of this U-Haul. Okay. And here's the contract on the U-Haul, number 8. And at the bottom, it has her name, Holly Zoller, is the contract. Okay. And so do you have the video of the U-Haul, or do I have to find that one for you? It's a U-Haul where they're unloading. Can you show that video? I'll help you find it if we don't have it. Do we not have that one? Let's see. I may not have sent you that one. I don't think I sent you the video with them unloading the U-Haul. So I will find that one in a little bit. Okay. Let's go to the one that says this appears the black man who shot the Louisville officer. Let's go with the one that appears who shot the officers. We have that one. Okay. It's the one from Matthew. I think it says Matthew. Okay, if you got to put that one back in, put that one back in, because that's the one I want to get to. Okay. The one that says Matthew. Yeah, that's a live video of shots being fired. Okay. So then what would you do? Okay. You're in St. Petersburg. You're driving through downtown St. Petersburg. This is not a big city. in Florida and you come to a red light and you get approached, okay, let me tell you something. I will say this. I better not. Let's go with Josh. Is that his name? Fiello? And this is the one where the St. Petersburg, where they're going after the car. Just go to Josh's video there, and we'll go with whatever you have.
Stand up, fight back! Stand up, fight back!
Two people sitting having dinner. Who are they voting for? Did you see what happened when the two elderly people, because, you know, in Florida, it seems to be the polling says that senior citizens are going to vote for Joe Biden. Now, I don't know. I'm not trying to call them senior citizens, but they might be senior citizens having dinner. And did you see the Biden supporters walk up on them and take their seat and start talking nasty to them? Yeah, I wonder who they're voting for. Yeah, I wonder what is, we got to get all this out. Go to the next one from that same guy, Josh. Let's go to Josh's next one there.
Get their license, get their license. Fuck you! Fuck you, cunt! Here we go, y'all. Keep it moving. Keep it moving.
Play it one more time. Hold on. Play it one more time. So they're in traffic. I mean, the protesters are stopping and making traffic here. They're walking on this person's car, hitting it. Who are they voting for? I want you to watch this one more time and see the Biden supporters. The Biden voters attacked this car. Go ahead.
Get their license, get their license. Fuck you! Fuck you, cunt! Here we go, y'all. Keep it moving. Keep it moving.
They got shields. They got bullhorns. Did you see the Biden supporters out trying to scare people? Wonder who they're voting for in Florida, right? Now, let's go to the next one up in Washington, D.C. There's so many, you can't play enough of these, okay? This next one is in, I think it's in Washington, D.C., I'm pretty sure. So let's go with that one, the next one.
not about money. We want justice.
You see the Joe Biden voters? Did you see them? Did you recognize them? Did Joe Biden come out and say last night, and Kamala Harris, did they say, please, please do not destroy our cities? Please do not put people that want to sit outside and eat. It's hard enough for the business owners in this country. I don't know about you, but I'm not going anywhere and sit outside in the area of a major city and have dinner. I'm not going to. I don't need that. I don't need the aggravation. I don't need that. Who are those people that are eating out? Who are they voting for? Now, they may be voting for Biden, but what we need to do is make sure they are aware of those Biden voters, okay? The media this morning, the only thing, let's see, where is, Breonna Taylor screaming, say her name, and all kinds of crazy ass. This is what your kids, I'm not going to play the video. Number 9, the office of the president. This is Ohio State University. Dear Buckeye Nation, number 9, dear Buckeye Nation, Breonna Taylor deserves justice, and this does not feel like justice. We cannot accept what has happened in Louisville. We grieve the tragic and senseless loss of Breonna Taylor, a daughter, a friend, a niece, a loved one who was unarmed and asleep. Cameron says, the Attorney General of Kentucky, it was not a no-knock warrant. You keep hearing no-knock warrant. It was not. Okay? It was they knocked, they identified themselves. All right. They have a witness that says they knocked and identified themselves. This is the colleges. This is what's going on. Here is the guy, number 10, allegedly has shot 2 police officers, number 11. Okay. Go to 10 and then 11. Right to 11. Number 17. Protest erupts after grand jury decides not to charge Louisville police officers with killing Breonna Taylor. They did not decide not to. They did not decide not to. There are laws. The district attorney, okay, the attorney general, the special prosecutor, they have to present the grand jury with the facts of the case. They didn't decide not to charge. They did not find. Now, it is a special prosecutor or district attorney's responsibility to let the grand jury know the possible charges and if they can make the charges stick. You got to get a conviction, folks, okay? And a grand jury decides if they indict, they feel there's enough evidence that you could possibly convict on the crime. But if they don't feel there's enough to indict because you will not be able to get the conviction, they don't do it. They don't waste the taxpayers' money. What about Breonna Taylor's life? I'm not saying there's anything negative about her life. I'm just saying if you don't have a law, if you can't go to court, if you can't get a conviction, you've wasted a whole lot of money. And that's what a grand jury is for. And that's why it is to oversee your tax money in the court system and not waste it by just running cases that will never get a conviction. A grand jury, as I told you in the first segment, A grand jury can ask questions. A grand jury can ask to see witnesses. Absolutely. Okay. But no, this is inciting a riot. Who do they find? They always find the niece, right? In Grand Rapids, Michigan, number 18, her heart is broken. Tawana Gordon, cousin of Breonna Taylor. I mean, we just all tore up. We all tore up. He is skin folk. Oh, my God. Okay. Let me see what I have here on. I want to show you the number 33, officer shot in Louisville unrest. Why is there unrest? Officer shot in Louisville unrest, number 34. Number 35. 36. Biden, Breonna Taylor indictment does not answer call for justice. That's just 37. 38, here's an overview of several. There's New York, which we can't go into anymore. New York is done. It's done. It's finished. New York is finished. Philadelphia, Chicago, Los Angeles. Actually, what you're viewing right now are 4 major cities in the United States of America that are finished. They're done. Okay? They're done. They've imploded. They're over. People are afraid to live in New York, dine in New York. People are afraid to visit New York. In the fall of every year, okay, I talked to one of our viewers, and I just asked one of our viewers a point blank question. I said, would you go to New York shopping? If you had a chance, would you go to New York shopping? And our viewer said, one of the viewers said to me, said, it's funny you asked me that. A friend of mine that goes every fall has a fall trip planned every year. Every year goes to the city to shop. I called and asked that question. Are you going on your annual shopping trip to New York? And the individual said, absolutely not. Okay. All right. Joe Biden, number 39. Even amidst the profound grief and anger today's decision generated. Okay. Violence is never and can never be the answer. Those who engage in it must be held accountable. Jill and I are keeping the officer shot tonight in Louisville in our prayers. We wish them both a swift and full recovery. Number 40, no officers charged. Okay. 41, CNN, 2 shot in the protest. And I thought I had Kamala Harris's. Number 47, protest erupts after grand jury decides not. Here's pictures of the officers. Number 48. I thought I had Kamala's great words in a tweet, but maybe I don't. Look, let's take a break. We're going to come back. We got another segment we have to do. We're going to talk about Kelly Loeffler. We're going to talk about the heart and soul of the GOP in Georgia. And this is it's going to be a tough 30 days. It is, or more than that. We're not in 40 days or whatever. Take a break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
At Ingalls, we know that school is a little different this year, with virtual learning and working from home. But we have continued to donate to our Tools for Schools program, just like always. And all our participating schools will have those funds waiting for them when the bell rings this fall.
Okay, who can tell me the difference between molarity and molality?
In the meantime, Ingalls has everything you need to make this school year a little easier. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is more than just your average Ace. We have a huge selection of Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next trip. We have a huge selection of lumber for your next building project. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs. Plus, we have everything you'd expect, like paint, tools, and equipment.
Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
Okay, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Emily, I sent you a text and an email with a tweet in there. If you can put that in your pictures, and let's just call it the one I just text to you, so we round out the show. Okay, fact. What if you get up November 3rd and there's a runoff? And the runoff for the state Senate runoff in the special election for Senate where Johnny Isakson retired. Now, I have a couple questions. And I'm going to ask you out there because, I mean, some people get angry at me, and I don't know why you get angry at me, okay? I would like to know who knew and when. Who knew and when Johnny Isaacson was going to retire? Who knew and when? How did Johnny Isaacson's chief of staff transition so smoothly into being, okay, chief of staff for now Senator Kelly Loeffler? How did that transition from Johnny to her go so well? Needed a chief of staff, might as well take Johnny's, okay? Because let me say this, and I don't want to spend all my time on that. Transition does not happen overnight, okay? There's things that happen in the office. There's staff, things that happen. Now, the smoothest transition as possible is just to keep everybody, all right? I get it. So is it a coincidence? So my one question is, who knew Johnny Isaacson was retiring and when? And why was it such a smooth transition? And how did the chief of staff for Johnny end up being Kelly Loeffler's chief of staff? Now, second, how was the smooth transition as Senate? How did Loeffler's campaign, how did it come about so quickly, so fast? Now, when you have money, you can get things done, okay? But Governor Brian Kemp's campaign team slid right over in place for Kelly. So everything freeze up. Okay. All right. If I froze up, go. Okay. I don't know where I froze up. So what happened? Sorry about that, folks. If I froze up on the air this morning. So what happened that Brian Kemp's campaign team slid right over in a perfect amount of time, and Isaacson's chief of staff slid right over to Kelly Loeffler, and everything was in place, okay? It's the Republican Party of Georgia. Now, she early on announced that she was going to spend $50 million. So this is not a secret. Right out of the box, I'm putting $50 million up to try to keep people out of the race, try to discourage people from running, okay? Now, fact, the president of the United States called Brian Kemp, I understand, on 2 occasions. So when I say fact, we'll go 1, understand 2, but fact, called Brian Kemp and asked the governor to appoint Doug Collins to be the next senator. This is not a Collins endorsement. This is a factual little story we're trying to work on. All right? Fact, the governor went against that. Fact, the governor accepted 500 applications for the next senator to appoint. Fact, Kelly Loeffler put her application in the last hour of the last day or somewhere around then. I keep saying fact, but I don't have the exact time. But in that last day that they were accepting applications, she sent in her amazing resume, not revenue. She has that, but that's a fact. Fact is, Kemp picked her against what the president wanted him to do, and it's not his pick, but it was Kemp's. And then she says, I'm going to put $50 million to keep everybody else out. Everybody else out. So give me number. This came out last week. This is something you can go and you can watch on my Facebook page. Okay. You can watch on our Facebook page. You can watch this. Give me number. Bada bing, bada boom. Give me number 100. Number 100. Trump ally Kelly Loeffler offered Trump $50 million to get his opponent out of the race. I have that on video from Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz last Friday. He told a room full of people while endorsing Doug Collins for Senate, told a room full of people that Loeffler's team engaged with Trump's team and offered $50 million to get Collins out of the race, that they would put $50 million registering Republicans to vote and helping the reelection campaign of Donald Trump if they would get Collins out of the race. Didn't happen. Collins didn't leave. So they started a super PAC, all right? GUV, all right? Now, I'm going to make this quick because I got some other things and we'll come back to this. Now, this lady here, which I've offered multiple times to be on the show, she turns me down. She does not return my phone calls anymore. I'm serious. I mean, hey, Martha, I love you. I'll tell you right on the camera. I think the world of you, but I have to draw a conclusion because you won't talk to me. So number 97, Martha Zoller. Now, it's a fact. She worked for the Brian Kemp campaign. Okay. I mean, office, somewhere in the Kemp administration, she was there. She used to be a talk show host. Okay. She left talk show to run. She left her talk show to run against Congressman Doug Collins. I'm going to say this is some sour grapes. Only I could say it. She will say it's not. But she lost in a runoff to Congressman Collins when the 9th District was an open seat. She lives in Gainesville. Collins lives in Gainesville. A lot of bad blood. A lot of bad blood. Okay. It seems to be, now I don't know, I can't answer for her network she wore, but it seems to be in the past, the network that she now works for has a little bit of, outside looking in, they don't come across very fond of Doug Collins. That's the only thing I could say is if you're looking outside in, they don't come across the network as very fond of Congressman Doug Collins. Okay. The same could be said about me with Loeffler. So we'll move on. She started a super PAC along with some others, GUV. You have been watching the pigs. You have been watching the stories about Doug Collins being a defense attorney, criminal defense attorney, weak on crime. You've been watching all of the attacks. She has been the head of that super PAC. Political Action Committee. She also does a radio talk show in the morning. So I question, I don't know. I don't know. I think if I was running a political action committee and she's openly endorses Kelly Loeffler, cool. I get it. All right. I do not endorse Doug Collins. I don't. But she openly has a candidate. She openly runs a super PAC against Collins, GUV, that has every earmarking of Governor Brian Kemp. She used to work for Brian Kemp. All right. And she's on the radio every morning getting an opportunity 2 or 3 hours a day to say what she wants. Now, right now, there's a lot of talk about the GOP being torn apart in Georgia. She is playing an active role. Now, mad, however you want to look at it, she's playing an active role. Okay. This guy here, number 98, which I cannot say the same as I did for Martha Zoller. I will end with Martha Zoller. I like Martha, and I hope we can continue to be friends. I'm just going through what is going on. It's politics. This one here, Eric Erickson, I go to he's a putz. I go straight to a putz, okay? I cannot make an accusation about his employer. I cannot make an accusation if the Loeffler team has encouraged him in any financial way. I cannot make that accusation. But he is trying to carry water, my understanding from some listeners in the Atlanta market, that Collins is the one tearing the Republican Party apart in Georgia. Not true. Not true. Did not. Governor Brian Kemp, he went all in. He knew what was going to happen. Now, my problem with putts, that's, go to 98. That's not nice. I mean, you still got Martha up there. Go to 98. I apologize. There you go. Emily, you're doing an amazing job. You're going to get me in trouble. There's putts, Eric Erickson. That wasn't nice. I'm going to get in big trouble, but that's okay. This is Eric Erickson, the putts. Georgia Life Alliance. Now, I want to ask you to do your research today. And Eric Erickson, the putts, and go back 97, Martha Zoller, and see if they are not on the founding board of Georgia Life Alliance. See if they're not on the founding board of Georgia Life Alliance. And there's two things, because both of them, you want to argue Doug Collins' voting record, I got it. But both of them know Collins' pro-life stance. They know that. Georgia Life Alliance, they know that, okay? Here are the two of them, 97 and 98. And then we got number 99. Who is this? Well, that's Raphael. You guys know Raphael? Let me see. Where's his? I had it here. That's Raphael Warnock. He's the Democrat. Leading Democratic Senate candidate in Georgia railed against gangster police from the pulpit. Calls them gangster police, right? Pro-abortion, Raphael Warnock. And here is the new polling data. Where am I at on that? Give me number 81. Georgia Senate voters model. This is a September model from Monmouth University polling. And that is Loeffler, 23. Okay. Loeffler, 23. Collins, 22. Warnock, 21. Lieberman drops to 11. Now, this is where we're getting into the real heart and soul of the Republican Party. Then another Democrat drops to 4. Slowinski, the Libertarian, drops to 3. And the list goes on. 21 candidates. Top 3, 23, 22, 21 Warnock. Lieberman, 11. So if, let's see, 21, 30. If Lieberman drops out and endorses Warnock, we don't know. What if he does in September here? And Warnock goes to 30. Oh, yeah, exactly. You will not have, I don't think, you will not have enough money to battle what will happen. Even if Loeffler wins with her millions, a runoff. If Warnock wins and Loeffler wins, Soros, Bloomberg, there will be money pour in like you've never seen before. Okay? And if Loeffler is the other candidate, Republicans will not coalesce Collins voters behind her. I do not think, now here's what I'm going to end with. I do not think, looking at this poll, that Governor Brian Kemp if Loeffler wins, if Brian Kemp could come out and say, please, 9th District of Georgia, please, 14th District, please, Georgia. I don't think even Doug Collins could come out and say, please go vote for Kelly Loeffler. I don't think so. Don't think it could happen. On the other side, Doug Collins, if he wins, you think if the governor comes out and says we got to support Doug Collins? Really? Loeffler has to have certain areas of the state to win. Collins has to have certain areas of the state. So what if we truly have the stay home? Can you convince Republicans? Can you convince? The best thing we could hope for is that Loeffler and Collins are in the runoff. That'll still split and tear up the Republican Party. But if it's Warnock and Collins, Warnock and Loeffler, I'm going to tell you something. I know people that will struggle to go vote for Kelly Loeffler. They'll struggle. They may not go vote for Warnock. I hear that all the time. There's a state representative that has a Democrat running against them. Somebody told me the other day, there's no way I'm voting for that state representative ever again, a Republican. Now, I will not vote for a Democrat, but I won't vote for that state Republican representative ever again. And what if Warnock goes? Who will it be blamed on? Who will settle the score? Who will end the war? Because it's all out war for the next 30 days. Do you have that text that I sent you? What I called the text? Have you seen the commercials going after Congressman Collins for being a defense attorney? Trying to make it look like Collins likes all these bad people? This is for Greg Bluestein of the AJC. Senate candidate Collins has a new lawyer, Lynn Wood, and he's putting him to work. The campaign sent a cease and desist letter this morning to pro-Loeffler GUV PAC, okay, over an ad criticizing Collins' former law firm's defense work. This is all out war. Now, let me show you something. And I want to get to some pictures because I want to talk about the virus, okay? Go back to the polling data. All right. That was the one, the one 81. Is it 81? I think it is. I'm sorry. I think it's 81 is the polling data. All right. Pro-Loeffler GUV.gov reinforces its U.S. Senate campaign. All right. U.S. Kelly Loeffler has already spent $20 million. This is an older article. There's been a lot more spent. The newly formed Georgia United Victory spent $1.5. They've already bought millions more. They have the pig commercial. Okay. Then you have the article, Kemp's top aide, a longtime loyalist to step down, okay? He didn't just step down. Governor Brian Kemp's top aide said Thursday he is stepping down at the end of the month to a move that comes as Republicans grapple with the coronavirus pandemic and the resulting economic slowdown that imperils his agenda. Tim Fleming is set to join the newly formed Georgia United Victory PAC. A super PAC that Kemp is in, both feet the governor. The acronym is GUV.gov. Martha Zoller's in. Tim Fleming's in. It's all out war in the Republican Party. Who can mend the fences? That's going to be the big question. when this is over in November. We're not asking if you think Donald J. Trump will win Georgia. I got no problem with that. I'm not asking if you think David Perdue will win. Pretty sure he will. What about Raphael Warnock? Pro-abortion. Pro-abortion. Anti-police. Defund the cops. Medicare for all. From Georgia. Because of who? The governor. Like it or not. I like my Governor Brian Kemp. I always look at my options. So I do like Governor Brian Kemp. On the grand scheme of things, I think he's okay. But the biggest decision he had to make, I think he blew. And why? Because I love my governor. I supported my governor so much before this happened. But if he would have made his appointment, I'm going to call it a lie. I'm going to call it a lie. If he would not have lied to the people of Georgia and opened a portal and said, 500 people, please apply today. You have an opportunity to be the next senator. I think it was a lie. If he'd have picked out of the 500 or even picked Kelly and got out of the way and left it up to David Schaefer, the GOP, the Republican Party, and let them just hash it out until November, I could be okay with it. But Eric Erickson, stop putting it on Doug Collins when this whole thing is spun out of control because of the governor of Georgia, Brian Kemp. That's that. I'm going to leave that alone. You look at the polls right there. Out and out bloodbath. Now, let's go over some pictures, Emily. We got 5 minutes. I want to show number one. Anti-police riots attack police officers who were putting out fires. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter, folks. Antifa is a domestic terrorist organization. If you say it, you lose your pimento cheese on the shelf at Costco, okay? But they are. Let's run through. I got some things I don't want to miss. Hang tight here. Number 16, they asked President Trump about Prince Harry and Markle, Meghan Markle, is that her name, doing a video encouraging people to vote for Joe Biden. I love this one right here. Okay, give me number 16. I wish Harry luck. He's going to need it. He's going to need it. I've heard some stuff about her. Trump's jab at Prince, as he says he's not a fan of Meghan Markle after the pair told Americans to vote out the president. Yeah, I wish Harry luck. He's going to need it, okay? Number 22, the continued, Trump threatens to overrule FDA plan for tougher vaccine guidelines, okay? He didn't say he was going to overrule it. It has to come to the White House, okay? We talked about this yesterday. Why are there not increased guidelines, tougher guidelines for a flu vaccine or any other vaccine? The coronavirus, they want to say there's going to be tougher, okay, requirements. Trump threatens to overrule FDA plan. No, he doesn't. That's not what happened, okay? Number 24, they're going crazy over this. And here's what I asked you while I have number 24 on the screen. Coronavirus pandemic, okay? Coronavirus pandemic globally, the cases, the deaths, the total cases. I would like to see a running clock of abortions daily on the screen and see if that doesn't change people's mind, okay? The vaccine, number 25, 42%. Yes, I want the vaccine. No, 54%. They're trying to discourage you on the vaccine. Number 26. Let's see. Did you have 25? Okay. Number 26, Syracuse University cancels spring break over virus concerns. I thought these damn college kids have been on spring break for a year now. Okay. Oh, here we go. Number 29. Cancel my tickets. Emily, when you get done with the show, can you do me a favor? Get hold of the Met, the Metropolitan House of Opera or whatever it is. Get a hold of them. Cancel my reservations for my tickets. I know I'm supposed to pick them up at the window at will call. Met Opera cancels entire 2020-2021 season due to the virus. I told you this the first of the week. No trick and treating. And we talked about Thanksgiving holiday, the Macy's Day Parade, number 31, okay? New Year's Eve, number 30, I'm sorry, number 30, sorry, that's my bad, as the brothers say. Number 30. New Year's Eve ball drop will be virtual this year, number 30, right? Virtual. Told you at the beginning of the week. Won't be no million people. Times Square, New York City's over, Jack. Over, Jack. Okay. Let me make sure what else I have here that I don't want to forget. New York Post, number 42. New York, New Year's Eve ball drop in Times Square will be virtual this year. You know, look, if we're going to go virtual and holograms and avatars and all that bull crap, hell, we can bring back Dick Clark. I mean, I'm for sure somebody can mumbo jumbo his words and get him to say, Happy 2021. Bring back Dick Clark. Why not? Hold on. I have to see and make sure there's one in here I did not want to miss before we went home. 53. Commissioner says Major League Baseball plans to have fans for the World Series. The season just seemed to fly by this year. Yes, with or without me. And basically, without me, it flew by. I will not be watching the World Series. Probably the first time in my adult life I will not be watching the World Series, or what they call the World Series. And I sure hope there's like 4 asterisks next to the World Series, okay? Winner. You won't be, let me break it to you, you will not be the winner, okay? Will not. There's no World Series. Let me run through. I had a couple more pictures. We did pretty good out of the 100 today. I know it's 10:01. Let me run through. I'm almost finished. I think we got it. Hold on. I want to get. And folks, tomorrow we'll be at Sycamore Crossing downtown. And as I always say, give me number 85. You don't want to find this floating in your punch bowl. You just don't. I'm your host, BKP. Tomorrow morning, Sycamore Crossing. Take us out of here, Emily. Great job.